So, what was your op tempo like when you were on the second deployment with
Second
November
deployment
Platoon?
was we'd go out about every 2 to 3 days because you had to gather intel and stuff like that, and then we'd get a little break, and if we were real bored, we'd do what we called parakeet ops. And there was this area, I don't know if I talked about this in the first podcast or not, but it was a place called the Plain of Reeds, and it was all enemy, it was all VC. And so we'd take off 4 or 5 of us in a Huey and have a Seawolf in front and in back of us. And then we'd just fly out there, start looking, go over small hamlets and villages, and if you see VC running around to get shot at, they'd land us, we'd sweep through, then they'd pick us up and we'd go look for some more, That's when we were bored, We called them parakeet ops. Then when we hit and started spreading around, the Seawolf would go off. I mean, not Seawolf, the Sea Lord, which was our Huey, and then the Seawolves would start circling, looking for squirters and stuff, So it was good. We might get in 2 or 3 firefights,
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that was daytime ops,
Yeah, so you're just running those daytime ops, and what you would just look at the map and say, hey, this is probably a good spot.
We knew, the Plain of Reeds, the whole place was
VC stronghold.
Yeah, VC stronghold, and a lot of VC out there. So, and then that's when we took a couple of the Australians with us on those parakeet ops and stuff, and it blew them out of the water.
How'd they like it? Did they come back for more?
Oh, yeah. We had 2 groups come down with us, and me and went up to Newey where the Australian SAS were, and went out with them, and that was pretty unique, My 60 and about 500 rounds and a 120-pound pack, and walked around for about 8 days. I was real happy about that.
Dang. Yeah, that's no joke.
But it was good. They were great troops, and they loved coming down and working with us because we got contact. And when they, up there, they look for things to see what they could find. They had 2 types of things. They had a 5-man fighting patrol, or a 5-man recce, or a 10-man fighting patrol. When we went out with them, it was a 10-man fighting patrol because we were going to go into this area that the Australian Armored Infantry had taken over this NVA, North Vietnamese Army base camp, and just decimated it. Well, our job was to go see if any of the NVA had moved back into the area or not. And it was good. Best, like I said in my first podcast, they're the best reconnaissance guys I've ever worked with, and they're fighters too.
Yeah,
they're good troops.
Yeah, for some reason, a lot of people ask me if you've ever worked with foreign troops. Everyone kind of wants to know what we think of their countries and their troops, and the Brits and the Aussies.
The SAS are top shelf,
for sure.
They're the only ones that went out with us on patrol, and I think in Vietnam we were the only ones that went out with them. And it all started out with a couple of SAS guys drinking in a bar with a couple of our guys and pooper pats and telling tall tales and, drinking beers and shit. Next thing you know, we had this exchange, and it's been ongoing since,
Yeah, always. When I was at Team 1, there was always an SAS guy there.
Yeah. Did you, when you went did you get to go to Australia?
I never went, no.
Oh, you'd love it there.
Yeah, I know. That's what everyone tells me.
And shit, it's great.
I always got screwed out of going to Australia.
I went
for
there
some
5
reason.
times after Vietnam, and hell, there were still guys there that had been to Vietnam from the SAS. You know what I mean? It was good. It was great.
Yeah, I always got screwed for some reason. I'd always go, well, yeah, we're gonna go to Australia, and something would come up and we wouldn't get to go.
That's because your platoon officer wasn't very well liked or something.
Yeah, most likely. What when you said you're getting contacted a lot, so you're doing an op every 2-3 days. How often are you guys getting an enemy contact?
Just about every time we went out, because we were going out on actionable intel. Yeah. You know what I mean? And shit, I can't think of all of it. Like that one time I was telling you, and another time we hit these 2 hooches and guys came out. It was like the OK Corral, except we won. And another time we was doing this recon, just looking, and this one guy gets up on top of this bunker because we couldn't find any entrance around it. They may have had a tunnel coming into it somewhere, and he's up there, and I'm standing here, and this guy who has a 60s there, and we're kind of watching the area for him while he's up there looking around, and tune, right by me comes this AK-47 rounds, and they miss me. I don't know how the hell they missed me, but then jumps off the bunker down right beside me and is going, yeah, the guy's over there, and me and are yelling, and we'll shoot the son of a bitch. Finally, we saw where his rounds came in, and we started shooting. Another time, we got pinned down a little bit, and we were going to go in and hit this, check this hospital out and stuff, and we got hit pretty hard, and we had to pull back and, move out. That might have been when we got pinned down,
Was that when you called them the Sea Wolves?
Yeah.
You mean? Yeah.
We called them in a few times,
Yeah, no, it's interesting because people think that every time you go out, you're going to get enemy contact. And you could see, your first deployment, it was rare that you'd get enemy contact. Mm-hmm. The second time, it's a lot more often.
Yeah.
Like my first deployment to Iraq, we got like 4 or 5 firefights maybe. And they were all pretty, not really a big deal. And then when I was a troop commander in Ramadi, the platoons were getting into it all the time.
Yeah, I know.
Almost every, not almost every, but a lot of the times. A majority of the times, there'd be shooting going on,
Yeah,
so.
I might tell you, I've talked to a lot of guys that were in your platoon in Ramadi, and they'd follow you to the hell if they had to. They loved you. So just letting you know, you had a real good impression, and you were outstanding. So
Cool.
I'm just telling you that's for my guy. Talking to the guys in the ground, drinking and stuff when your name comes up, and.
Well, they're drunk, I guess. That's the reason.
No, I'm just telling you, just letting you know.
Well, those guys actually. Never mind, they did. They did all kinds of stuff that was way above and beyond the Call of Duty for sure. And God bless
you fought
everyone.
the fight. You took it to them. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, it was an awesome deployment. Awesome deployment with working with awesome guys for sure.
Yeah, hell, we went out one time and we heard there was this cache, but we didn't want people to know that we were going out there, so we got into a refrigerator truck and hid in the back of that until they got close to where the cache was, and then we went out and dug it up and came back. Just little things, what I mean?
Yeah.
That was a neat op.
Yeah, that is good stuff. When you get back from that deployment, and that was the last, November platoon was the last fully deployed to Vietnam.
Yeah.
And you didn't go back to Subic when you were in a SEAL platoon, did you?
No.
That was
no,
in
you
country
stayed
the whole
there
time.
the whole time, yeah. Well, you did get 2 weeks, or a week or 2 weeks, I think, of R&R. And I think I went to Hawaii and Thailand one time. So
Echo supports your choice of going to Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
He's from Hawaii, so.
yeah, Hawaii isn't bad.
Nope, it's not.
Kind of weird, though, going to Hawaii and everything's all quiet and peaceful and everything, and you just come out of the woods and, after you'd been there for a while, you kind of want to go back, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. If I'd have went to Thailand, I probably would have stayed in Thailand and still been there now. No, I'd probably be dead.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that go to Thailand and don't come back.
Bangkok makes the hard man humble, I guarantee you.